It's official, Donald Trump is the Republican presidential nominee, and now he's got to pick a running mate. So far, the Donald has kept his cards close to his chest, saying there's only 5 or 6 names on the shortlist, and he won't be announcing his pick until the National Convention in July. What makes a good vice president hasn't actually changed, despite the first name on the ticket being Donald J. Trump. The VP should be someone who is competent enough to be president if anything happens. They should balance or add value to the ticket and be willing to enforce the political will of the president. Because of Trump's divisive campaigning, it's easier to rule people out than say who would actually be on the shortlist. Out of his nomination rivals, John Kasich would have been a solid choice. Governor of Ohio, a crucial state, and someone who has broad appeal with independents. But after being attacked by Trump during his campaign, Kasich has consistently ruled himself out of the running.
Then his poll numbers tanked. That's why he's on the end. And he got nasty. So you know what? You can have him.
Trump's inflammatory rhetoric and allegedly sexist remarks have also seen 2 experienced and popular female Republicans, Susanna Martinez and Nikki Haley, distance themselves from the position. A lack of experience also rules out billionaire businessman Mark Cuban and, sadly, Vince McMahon, WWE chairman and a long-term friend of Donald Trump, so we won't be seeing them face off again.
Hey, look at this! Donald Trump! Donald Trump! Take it down, Mr. McMahon!
That leaves us with just a handful of names. His most supportive presidential nomination rival, Chris Christie, governor of New Jersey, would have no problem enforcing the Republican Party.
None of that stuff happens on the floor of the United States Senate. It's a fine job. I'm glad you ran for it, but it does not prepare you for president of the United States.
But he offers little balance on a ticket which already has a brash candidate. Donald Trump clearly needs to appeal to women voters who are overwhelmingly in favour of the likely Democrat presidential nominee, Hillary Clinton. A solution to closing this gap could be appointing a female vice president. Sarah Palin has been vocal in her support of Trump, but questions still remain after her horror show in 2008. Otherwise, Joni Ernst would add value to the ticket. Former Republican presidential nominee John McCain said she would make a tremendous VP, someone who's capable of unifying the GOP. Trump is looking for someone with decades of experience on the Hill, someone who can get legislation passed, and the most convincing candidate in that respect is Newt Gingrich. A former Speaker of the House of Representatives and in politics for over 3 decades, he hasn't hidden his desire to be Vice President, and it is reported that he and Trump communicate every day. Gingrich would certainly give the Donald much-needed political gravitas. But knowing how Trump has operated so far, he may just rip up the rule book altogether and keep it a family affair. Ivanka Trump is 50-1 to be his running mate, and we all know about his fondness for his daughter.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird.